Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a very wet and windy Molineux for this afternoon's Premier League meeting between Wolverhampton Wanderers and Leicester City. The teams are just emerging from the tunnel. We have one change to the Wolverhampton Wanderers team that beat Tottenham Hotspur last weekend. Luke Cundle has dropped to the bench, and he has been replaced by João Moutinho, who has returned to the side following a small calf injury that's kept him out for the last couple of games. On the Leicester side, Leicester have had their troubles with injuries and illnesses, as well as players away on African Cup of Nations duty, and they've made 3 changes to the side that played the Premier League game against West Ham United last week. James Justin, James Maddison and Harvey Barnes are all out of the side. Maddison is on the bench. Apparently he has not fully recovered from a slight problem that he had in the midweek game against Randers in the Europa Conference League. And so Michael Brighton, Luke Thomas and Ademola Lookman come into the side. So there are 3 changes from that game last weekend against the Hammers, whereas there's 2 changes from that game with Randers in midweek. Out go Yannick Vestergaard and of course Harvey Barnes, and into the side come Pereira and Thomas. We've got something's got to give in this game today. We've got Wolverhampton Wanderers, who have been struggling for goals. They've failed to score in 7 of the last 7 home Premier League games, whereas Leicester just cannot keep a clean sheet. They're the only team without an away clean sheet this season in the Premier League. However, they have got a good record against Wolves recently. They're going for a league double over Wolves, which they haven't achieved since the 95-96 season. And Wolves just cannot score a goal against Leicester in their last 5 Premier League meetings. They have failed to find the back of the net. So surely something's got to give today. Either Wolves are going to score, or Leicester are going to get that long-awaited clean sheet. So I'll just run you through the full teams. In goal for Wolverhampton is Jose Sarr, back 3 of Roman Saiz, Connor Cody, the captain, and Max Kilman. On the wings, the 2 wing backs, Ryan Aid-Nouri and Nelson Semedo. They're flanking a midfield 3 of João Moutinho, Leander Dendoncker and Ruben Neves, and up front, Raul Jimenez and Daniel Podence. For Leicester City, Kasper Schmeichel in goal, Luke Thomas, Kaglas Soyuncu, Daniel Amati, and Ricardo Pereira are the defence. Midfield 3 of Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, Wilfred Ndidi and Yuri Tielemans, and a front 3 of Michael Brighton, Patson Daka and Ademola Lookman. Michael Brighton was playing fullback in midweek, and now he's finding himself in a much more attacking role. Hence the lengthy injury list at Leicester City. We are seconds away from kickoff. We are waiting for Craig Pawson's whistle as the players take the knee. Simon Bennett and Ian Hussin are the assistants. Andy Madley is the 4th official, and on VAR duty, Stuart Atwell over at Stockley Park. We are underway. Wolverhampton Wanderers kicking off from left to right as I look at it. And the ball finds its way back to Connor Cody. He spreads the ball out the wing where we'll find Ryan Aid-Nouri. Back to Roman Saiz. Daniel Podence on the wing now. And he keeps the ball in play nicely. Size, and eventually it's cleared away. Eventually it's cleared away by Daniel Amati. Connor Cody controlling things early on in this game. He finds Max Kilman. Kilman under a little bit of pressure from Adamola Lookman. Eventually Jose Sard knocks it very long. And it's a bit of work for Ricardo Pereira to do. He was being put under a bit of pressure. Schmeichel with a short goal kick out to Yuri Tielemans. Now a bit of space for Leicester. And Patson Daka tries to find Lookman, but he gets that pass all wrong. His manager, Brendan Rodgers, applauds the effort. Arguably no manager under more pressure at the moment than Brendan Rodgers. Leicester, no wins in their last 4 Premier League games. That's their worst run since Claude Puel was manager over January, February 2019 when they went 6 without a win. And the result of that was Puel lost his job and was replaced by Rodgers. Ruben Neves wins a free kick inside the Leicester half, fouled by Adamola Lookman. 2 minutes of this game gone. You're listening to me, Anthony Thomas. We are live on the Commentary Hub. Ball pass there, cut out by Neves. Podence tries to beat Amati, but Amati tidies up and finds Tielemans. Tielemans to Soyuncu. And here comes Luke Thomas in the full-back position. He goes back to Soyuncu. First meaningful spell of possession for Leicester City. They play it across the back 4 to Pereira. Soyuncu. Under no pressure, the Turkish international. He finds Thomas. Or Brighton. Leicester just taking their time, finding their feet in this game, so to speak. And still, they're quite content to play it along the back, under no real pressure from the Wolverhampton players. Amati playing 1-2s with Pereira and Ndidi. The pressure eventually comes in from Raul Jimenez. But still, Leicester in no hope. Finally, Soyuncu launches the ball long. He is looking for Lookman. Lookman trying to get in behind. He's in behind Kilman. Now cuts inside with a shot. Tielemans, oh, just wide. Tried to place that one, tried to find the bottom corner. And the first shot of the game goes Leicester's way. But it's off target from the Belgian international Yuri Tielemans. After a long spell of possession along there, well inside their own half, Soyuncu finally knocked the ball long, and it's resulted in the first chance of the game. Now Semedo nearly got caught out there, and now Soyuncu has to tidy up. It's a throw-in which Leander Dendoncker takes around the halfway line, cut out by Daniel Amati. Another throw into Wolves. This time midway inside the Leicester half, which Semedo is going to take. He finds Coutinho, back to Semedo. Has he got space to cross? He's under pressure from Brighton and Thomas. Thomas eventually puts the ball out of play. Semedo tight to the wing. Can he get his cross in? He's being shepherded out. And now the cross finally comes in, looking for Podence. And Pereira gets his clearing header a bit wrong. It was a bit untidy, and it's gone out of play for a corner. Corner to Wolves. 5 minutes gone. And Leicester fans will be feeling the nerves already. Leicester have had a poor record defending corners this season. They've conceded far too many goals from corner kicks for their liking. 4 Wolves players tightly marked on the penalty spot. The Donker's in there, Kilman's in there as well, as is Jimenez, of course. The referee just wants to have a word with one of the players. Having go with Tielemans, he was tangling with Daniel Podence. Corner comes in. Cleared by Soyuncu. Moutinho to Neves. Neves enters the box. He loves to. Oh, I was going to say he loves an effort from there, but this one he tries to play back into the players in the box, but he manages to overhit it, and he goes harmlessly wide and out for a goal kick to be taken by Schmeichel. João Moutinho was the corner taker. He's back in the side now. 35 years old now. And still going very strong. Does not look it at all the way he plays. Ricardo Pereira now coming down the wing and just over the halfway line, but he goes back now to Amati. Schmeichel to Soyuncu. Leicester again. Slowly building up. Patient build up. Thomas now to Albrighton. Or to Dewsbury Hall, I should say. Dewsbury Hall tries to find Dacko, but is cut out. Bit of a head tennis now on the halfway line, and now Wolves have a chance to break. It's Dendoncker. Dendoncker coming forward. He tries to play Jimenez, and it's cut out. Pereira had to cut that one out because Jimenez was waiting for an easy chance. It was one back on the halfway line by Wolves, and a bit of neat play. Set up Dendoncker. He low cross into the box. And Pereira and Jimenez were the only players other than Schmeichel in the box. Pereira had to cut it out, and he did. Number 3, Ryan Aït-Nouri is going to take this corner for Wolves on the near side. In it comes now, and it's overhit. And it's eventually Albrighton allows the ball to go out of play for a goal kick. Leicester set up again. Into it from Aït-Nouri, just overcooked a little bit. And the players have a chance to regroup. Schmeichel takes the goal kick very short to Soyuncu. Leicester, of course, without top scorer Jamie Vardy, is a long-term absentee. They can add Harvey Barnes now to that list, who has a tight hamstring. James Justin has also joined the injury list. James Maddison only fishing up for the bench. And plenty of other long-term injuries for Leicester, including Fofana, Bertrand, Evans. A really tough situation for Brendan Rodgers to find himself in. Bruno Lage, Wolves manager, said this is the first time all season he's had a fully fit squad to choose from. And here comes Neves now. Lovely cross-field ball to Podence. Podence in a bit of space on the left wing. His cross comes in looking for Jimenez. And a bit of head tennis. It falls now to Jimenez. Neves into the box. It's a 1-0 to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Lovely strike from Ruben Neves on the edge of the box. The ball came in. It was his crossfield ball. It was his crossfield ball to Daniel Podence, which set up the chance in the first place. Podence's cross wasn't cleared at all really by Leicester. And Jimenez managed to work a little bit of space on the penalty spot. Not cleared by Amati. Eventually it falls to Jimenez. He lays it back to Ruben Neves on the edge of the box. And there's no better player. Almost no better player. There's no one you'd want more in that situation. Lovely strike by Ruben Neves. And Kasper Schmeichel manages to get a hand to it. But in the 10th minute of the game, Wolves are in front. It's Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Leicester City 0. Failing to clear their lines is what cost Leicester City there. No reaction from the manager Bruno Lage. And it's a third Premier League goal of the season for Neves. He really made a name for himself with some wonderful long-range strikes back when Wolves first got promoted to the Premier League under Nuno Espirito Santo. And he's pulled off another one of his trademarks. He was about 22, maybe 21 yards out with that strike. And managed to evade Schmeichel and find the bottom right-hand corner as Neves was looking at it. Brendan Rodgers barking instructions now to his players. He'll want a response. And it's Wolves coming forward again. Podence eventually has the ball stolen off him, and Tielemans tidies up for Leicester, and he goes back to Soyuncu. Pereira looking to come forward. He checks back to Amati. And Didi now in the middle. Leicester still content to take their time. Here comes Thomas now on the other wing. Lookman being forced back by Semedo. He goes all the way back to the centre-backs, who have certainly had the most touch of the ball so far in this game. Pereira into it, tries to find a Didi, but is cut out by Jimenez, and now Wolves can come again. Podence, Jimenez. Oh, he got that pass back to Neves all wrong, and now Leicester can come forward. Here's Lookman. And now Marco Brighton in a bit of space into the penalty area. What can he do with this? He puts the ball across. Oh, it's sloppy clearance at Cody, and it's eventually cleared. Wolves clear their lines, but here come Leicester again. No, it's a foul. Free kick to Leicester. Foul on Lookman. Lovely burst of energy there by Lookman. Found Brighton. His low cross. Oh, Jose Sarr got a touch on it, which made it therefore very awkward for Connor Cody. Easily one that could have turned into his own net, but he just managed to get something on it and diverted away from goal. Here come Leicester again. Pereira on the wing. He received the ball from Tielemans. He goes back to the Belgian now. What can he do with this? He goes to Brighton on the wing, and he tries to beat Aït-Nouri, but right, Aït-Nouri manages to get something onto that and knocks it out for a throw-in. Pereira will take it. Brighton goes out again for another throw into Leicester. Tielemans. And this time in the tackle, João Moutinho manages to win a throw-in to Wolves, and that should relieve a little bit of the pressure on them. So, Leicester still failed to keep an away clean sheet. I said something had to give. Well, nothing quite yet. But Wolves have managed to score. And when they have scored, they have avoided defeat in the Premier League this season. All of their... Oh, here comes Dendoncker now. Dendoncker into the box. But Amati is first to it, and Tielemans is there to pick up the pieces. He knocks the ball forward to Lookman. Lookman on the left wing now. He's got Dewsbury Hall ahead of him. He finds him now. Dewsbury Hall back to goal. Hustled and harried by Connor Cody, but he goes wide. Marco Brighton. Cross comes in now. Cleared away. Now, Ndidi. Well, Brighton to Pereira. Back to Tielemans. Tielemans with a strike to the edge of the area. Oh, it is parried away by Jose Sarr, and that could have easily fallen to Patson Daka or to Ademola Lookman. Both were there waiting for the scraps. But Sarr manages to put the ball between the two of them with his parried save. Leicester getting ever closer to that equaliser. Here comes Leicester again. Patson Daka with now the shot, and it's parried away again by Sarr. And now Leicester asking for a back pass. The ball knocked back by Saiz to Sarr, who picks it up. 2 saves as many minutes as for the Portuguese goalkeeper to make. I think Leicester had a case there for that back pass, but it's not given. But here comes Podence down the other side. He tries to link up with Jimenez, but they get their wires crossed a bit. And Leicester come forward now. Dewsbury Hall on the left wing. Here, Dewsbury Hall plays the ball long along the touchline, looking for Patson Daka, but there's too much on that for him to chase. Wolves tidy up now. Max Kilman. Kilman to Semedo. Semedo comes inside. Put under a lot of pressure there, and Leicester win the ball back inside the Wolves half. Dewsbury Hall into Ndidi. And Didi crossfield to Pereira. Cross comes in, and that one is claimed this time by Jose Sarr. And after a couple of parry saves, he'll be happy to keep hold of that one. He bowls the ball out to Pedence. To Dendoncker, I should say. Dendoncker, who comes back. Kilman now, and Neves linking up with Connor Cody. Cody, member of England's Euro 2020 squad, didn't manage to get onto the pitch, but was praised by the England coaching staff for his leadership in training every day. Exactly the kind of characters that you want around the dressing room. The ball is deep inside the Leicester half. Nice neat triangles now from Leicester. And Didi switches the play out to Luke Thomas. Soyuncu now. We've had 17 minutes played in the game. Wolves 1, Leicester 0. And Didi comes to Pereira. Pereira through ball to Brighton. Brighton's cross, and Lookman's there at the back post. If he finds it, Lookman, he's there. Oh, and he couldn't quite play the ball in square. To Dewsbury Hall, who was waiting. Adaka was in there too. Wolves scramble it away. And now Pedence has beaten the offside trap. Pedence up against Soyuncu into the area. So he takes a shot. Soyuncu blocks it. And the ball goes out for a corner. Pedence was still inside his own half when the ball was played. He was ahead of all the Leicester City defenders, but inside his own half, so onside. Jimenez was getting up into support. Pedence took the shot. And a big boot onto it from Soyuncu, deflected it high and wide out for another corner. Alarm bells for Leicester again as the Wolves defenders come forward. Roman Saiz is in there, Connor Cody as well. Jimenez being closely monitored by Kaglas Soyuncu. Jean Matinho with the outswinger. Header. Oh, good chance. Here was Connor Cody with the header. But it was straight to Kasper Schmeichel who gathers it. Another good chance there. It was a dangerous corner. Dangerous corner from Moutinho right into the perfect area, edge of the 6-yard box for Wolves to attack. Let's survive again. Wolves, of course, only scored 21 goals this season and conceded 17. Leicester have scored plenty more and conceded plenty more too. 36 for 40, well, 42 against now. Of course, that was Wolves' 22nd. But with Wolves in the ascendancy, I thought we wouldn't have too much in the way of goal-mouth action. But we haven't had 20 minutes gone in this game yet, and we've had plenty to enjoy this game. Now, Leicester coming forward again. Soyuncu's ball to Daka, to Lookman. Soyuncu's ball to Lookman is slightly overhit. And Jose Sarr is just trying to take as much time as he can over this one. Gathers it before Daka gets too close. Plays a short ball to Connor Cody. Neto gets fouled on the wing, still inside his own half. It'll be a free kick. Free kick to Wolves. So Leicester had a 4-1 win at home to Randers in the Europa Conference League playoff first leg, but they are without a win for a couple of months in the league. 2-2 draw with West Ham, another late equaliser conceded 2-0 defeat to Liverpool before that. 4-1, humiliating 4-1 FA Cup defeat to local rivals Nottingham Forest in the 4th round. They need a change in fortune, but with the problems with fitness, they've got a tough ask on their hands against a Wolves team who are very, very hard to score goals against. And DT goes long for Brighton. Overcooks that one. Neves finds Moutinho. Now, Aït-Nouri on the wing. Aït-Nouri comes inside. He beats one, he beats two, and eventually he's brought down by Tielemans. I'm not sure if the referee is going to produce a card for Tielemans. Think he might let him off. Good run there by Aït-Nouri, 20-year-old. 20-year-old Frenchman making his 14th Premier League appearance of the season. And now about 40 yards out from goal. Wolves free kick. Moutinho is over this one. It's taken. But it's cleared away and out again for another corner. Ricardo Pereira had to put another one behind his own goal line. It was Aït-Nouri actually who took the free kick, looking for Roman Saiz. His header across, and it's cleared away and out behind by Pereira. Another corner then for Wolves. We're a quarter of the way through the game. They're looking for their second. Corner played short. Aït-Nouri with the cross now. It comes in. Oh, a header over the bar. Header over the bar by Dendoncker, and they were claiming a touch. And yes, I think, yep, the referee has awarded another corner. Dendoncker's header deflected out for another corner. And Aït-Nouri is going to take this one. Wolves are really mixing up their set-piece takers in this game. Saiz and Dendoncker and Jimenez again tussling. In comes the corner now. Looking for... Oh, it's followed to Cody. Cody out to Podence. Can he put the ball back in? He's got Tielemans tracking him. Podence. Oh, and now he beats him. And here comes the ball. Here comes the... Oh, it's an effort. Aït-Nouri found himself in space in the box. Beautiful cutback by Daniel Podence. He beat Tielemans, all ends up. He eventually played the ball along the floor, and peeling away was Aït-Nouri, whose fierce right foot shot struck the stanchion. Easy for me to say. Wolves having more and more chances against this frail-looking Leicester City defence. But it remains 1-0. 24 minutes gone. Here at Molineux, I'm Anthony Thomas, and you're listening on the Commentary Hub. Marco Brighton inside his own half comes infield to Wilfred Ndidi. Brighton linking up with Amati. Oh, that's a terrible pass by Tielemans. He's given away to Podence. Podence taking a run, and he's well tackled by Amati. He tracked back very well there, the Ghanaian. Marco Brighton over the halfway line now for Leicester City. He's got a few players for company. He finds Pereira. He comes infield to Tielemans. Crossfield ball to Luke Thomas. Thomas out to Lookman. Lookman taking on Semedo. And he beats him. Brings it across. Header. No, it's cleared by Aït-Nouri and then by Neves. Shots from Pereira. Gets it all wrong. Slices it over the bar. End-to-end stuff here at Molineux. I wasn't expecting that today, to be quite honest with you. Good chance there by Lookman. He managed to beat Semedo. He got to the byline. Header there was half cleared by Aït-Nouri when Brighton was trying to get on the end of it. Eventually it falls to Pereira. doesn't quite get his shot right. He's got one Premier League goal so far this season, Ricardo Pereira. Lookman, he's looked very lively, and he's drawn another foul here. Foul by the goal scorer, Ruben Neves. This with a big urgency now. Pereira for Brighton. Into Tielemans. 35 yards out. In central to Ndidi. He goes to Thomas. And now let's look over where Dewsbury Hall brings it across. Oh, it's cleared away. Roman Saiz had to deal with that one. Keane and Dewsbury Hall again got to the byline. Leicester also really posing a threat to the Wolves goal. And it's a Leicester City corner now to be taken, their first one of the game. Wolves have had 5 already. And it comes to the near post. Oh, and it's cleared by Neves. And it goes out to play before Saiz can do anything with it. And Lookman puts the ball into Tielemans. Lookman now on the left wing. Well, Brighton, Michael Brighton's been everywhere. He's been switching wings already a few times in this game. Amati to Pereira. Leicester now camped inside the Wolves half. Pass from Ndidi goes wrong. Semedo cuts it out, and the Wolves clear, but the pressure from Leicester still remains. Soyuncu. Thomas forward. It's a Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall loses it though. It's tidied up by Soyuncu. Thomas now into Ndidi. Ndidi back to Amati. Ricardo Pereira bombing down the wing again. He links up with Albrighton. Albrighton back to Amati. Ndidi. Tielemans. Brighton tries to beat Roman Saiz. Nori on the wing, I should say. And eventually it is Saiz who clears the ball away. Leicester throw in close to the corner flag. Pereira's looking for options with this throw in. Tielemans wants it. Tielemans gets it. Crosses it. Oh, he slices it across. Difficult to control the ball in these wet conditions. Very slippery out there. And the second bite of the cherry, Wolves managed to clear it. Semedo now. Semedo looks to take on Thomas. Semedo beats him, but then Soyuncu comes across and takes him out, and that's going to be the first yellow card of the game. A bit cynical there by the big Turkish centre-back. Yellow card to Tegla Soyuncu. Good burst of pace by Semedo. He got over the halfway line. Absolutely no attempt to play the ball there by Soyuncu. He was nowhere near it. And just takes out the Portuguese international. Plenty of those, of course, at Wolves. There's the English international, Conor Cody. Max Kilman goes long, looking for Raul Jimenez. But Soyuncu is there. Soyuncu tidies up, receives the ball back from Daniel Amati, and now goes long, and Patson Daka might get on the end of this. No, it's cleared by Roman Saiz. Max Kilman now. Into Neves. They link up again and find Conor Cody. Now Nori again bursting forwards, well inside the Leicester half. This time he's brought down fairly according to the referee, still on the floor, skating to his feet now. But Leicester tidy up. The Wolves fans don't like that one, but no real protests from the Wolves players. Just always a good sign. Good sign the referee's got the call right, that is. Soyuncu goes across field to Pereira, who's over the halfway line. Looking for options, he finds Albrighton. No, I think that's going to be a yellow card as well. No, the referee's... No, Leicester tries to take it quickly, but... Yeah. In fact, 2 yellow cards, I think. The referee seemed to brandish one to Yuri Tielemans. No, that's going to be all. I thought they brought given one to Tielemans for something earlier, but no, he's just given a yellow card against Ryan Nori. So that's one from each side into the book now. Wide out on the right wing. Leicester have a free kick. Plenty of players in the box waiting to get ahead on this one. In it comes now. And halfway, but look what's there. Look at the strike. Oh, he's sliced the ball well wide. There was very little communication there between the Wolves defenders. Well, three of them went for the same ball when there was no Leicester player around them. And it was only half cleared. It was Jimenez who got his foot on it, his head on it, but it fell straight to Lookman, who had to take it first time, but he did not connect well. It's confirmation of Nuri's yellow card. Goal kick taken by Sai, goes short again. Nuri in field to Podence. And Michael Bryson manages to get the tackle in. The ball goes out of play just inside the Wolves half. We're in to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Cries of hoof and sarcastic applause as Soyuncu hammers one into Rose Edge. After their two fifth-place finishes in the last two seasons, Leicester not finding the same form in the Premier League this season. They're in 11th at the moment, 27 points. And Wolves, despite managerial change, over the summer they've improved really on last season so far. They're in 8th place, 37 points, so 10 points clear despite only 3 places. And very much Wolves going about their business in the Premier League very quietly. I think maybe the lack of entertainment at Molineux has not made too many people sit up and take notice, but they're having a very good season under Bruno Lage. But here come Leicester looking for an equaliser. And it's forward to Daka, who takes a shot. Wolves half clear, and Didi tries to find Lookman. Lookman gathers. Lookman gathers on the goal line. Comes back, tries to find Luke Thomas. And Podence gets a touch on it, and it goes out for a throw-in to Leicester. Luke Thomas on the edge of the area. He finds Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall looks for the cross, and it's cut out by Neves. It's another corner for Leicester City. Very much the Foxes in the ascendancy for the last few minutes. 63% possession, actually. The stat has just come up for me perfectly timed. But the most important stat is Wolves 1, Leicester 0. 34 minutes played. Tielemans with the in-swinging corner. Oh, that was an awful corner. Barely got it off the ground, but it's come back to him from Semedo. Second bite of the cherry now. It's full. Oh, it's cleared away. Daka was in there at the 6-yard box. Couldn't manage to get under control. And now Podence is coming forward. He's looking for Jimenez, but it's cut out. Dewsbury Hall was there to tidy up for Leicester, and that looked dangerous on the counter-attack for Wolves. Pereira. He finds Lookman. Dewsbury Hall. Tielemans. Another wayward ball by Tielemans, and advantage is played. Bad challenge on Jimenez, who went for the ball, went after Tielemans' loose pass. And Wolves, they think about putting the ball out of play for Jimenez to get treatment, but they decide to carry on. Neves inside into Cody. They regrouped again now, Wolves. They went looking for the quick counter, but it wasn't doing. And now Podence, 35 yards from goal. Out to Semedo on the wing. Semedo inside, tries to find the cross. Cut out by Luke Thomas. Another corner. And now, having played the advantage, the referee has booked Mark Albrighton for that challenge through the back of Raul Jimenez. Bit of a hospital pass from Tielemans. And all Brighton could do is come second best to Jimenez in the race for the ball. This time it's Moutinho. He's alternating corner kicks with Aït-Nouri, at least on this near side. Here it comes now. Moutinho's ball. Header comes in. Jimenez with a strike. It's deflected. No, he just got it wrong. Sliced at it. Raul Jimenez, not a clean strike again. And the ball goes wide. Out for a Leicester goal kick. The conditions playing havoc with the strikes. We've had a few sliced attempts, a few that we couldn't quite get under control. The exception to that rule, of course, Ruben Neves with his goal in the 9th minute of the game. We are 8.5 minutes away from the 45-minute mark. Plenty of time for Leicester to get themselves back into this one before the break. Soyuncu goes long. Lookman the target. He finds him. Great control as well by Ademola Lookman. What can he do now? He goes infield toward Brighton. Oh, it is cut out. Pass goes awry, and now Jimenez is running down a goal. It's Jimenez. Can he get the strike in? He's got Soyuncu becoming a great tackle by Soyuncu. He had to get that one absolutely perfectly. He was the last man. He was tracking back. He was inside the area. If he'd got that wrong, it would have been a penalty. A great tackle by the Turkish centre-back. And now Lookman and Podence are having words with each other. Now the referee has got his card out again. He's booked Lookman for the challenge. And I think he's booked Podence as well. Lookman into the book. And Podence into the book as well. 5 yellow cards already given in this game. I'm just having a look at that one again. So Lookman went down. Lookman went down, and Podence came running in and smashed the ball straight into him when he was on the floor. So referee booked Podence for blasting the ball at Lookman, and then when Lookman got up, he pushed Podence, which started all the handbags, and for that reason the referee booked Lookman as well. Finally, we're ready to get things back underway. Leicester play the ball back to Kasper Schmeichel. I don't remember a shot on target that Schmeichel's had to face other than the goal. But still plenty of goal-mouth action at both ends. And Marty now comes forward. He finds Tielemans going forward, looking for Zambian international Patson Daka, but he's offside. So after the offside was given, Aït-Nouri tangled with Ndidi, and now he's gone down. Daka seemed to have left his body in Aït-Nouri. And Aït-Nouri took a bit of a tumble, bit of an awkward one, could have been nasty on landing, but he seems to be okay. Not judged to have been fouled by the referee. So Jose Sarr going to take the free kick, 20 yards from his own goal, wide on his left. This one he knocks long, looking for Jimenez. He tackles with Pereira. Pereira wins out, and the ball eventually finds its way to Ndidi. He finds Thomas, who checks back and goes to Schmeichel. Schmeichel fires one long, finds Lookman. Lookman infield. Tielemans. All Brighton now. Pereira on his outside. He comes infield. A lovely ball by Tielemans, and that's the equalising goal. Fantastic effort there by Leicester City, and they deserve that equaliser for the pressure they've been putting Wolves under the last few minutes. Excellently worked goal by the Foxes. Youri Tielemans with a beautiful, beautiful through ball for Mark Albrighton. And O'Brien manages to square it to Patson Daka, who just couldn't miss. Indeed, to Tielemans, who found Albrighton. Albrighton went back inside to Tielemans, who then tracked Albrighton's run and found him with an absolutely inch-perfect through ball. Very difficult in these conditions. It cut through the Wolves' defence, and Albrighton was there. And Patson Daka got ahead of the defence inside the 6-yard box and turned it in past Jose Sarr. We're all level here at Molineux. It's Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Leicester City 1. 4 minutes to go until half-time. We're back underway again. Cross comes in, well overhit. And in fact, it goes out for a throw-in. So the Belgian international who scored that fantastic goal to win the FA Cup for Leicester last season at Wembley with a key pass that's brought Leicester City back into this game. 1-1 here at Molineux. Luke Thomas, deep inside his own half, takes throw-in, finds Ademola Lookman. Zambian international Patson Daka scored his 5th Premier League goal of the season. Now Tielemans coming forward again looking for Daka. He's found him. Daka with a bit of space. He goes to Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall edge of the box. Now Lookman on the wing. Up against Dendoncker. Now Thomas. Thomas goes back to Lookman. Across to Albrighton. Albrighton to Pereira now on the opposite wing. Looks for Tielemans. Tielemans. Handball shout against Roman Saiz. Referee says no. Saiz clears as far as Pereira. Pereira gets to the byline. Tries to get his cross in. And takes 2 deflections. The last one coming off the Leicester man, and it goes behind for a goal kick. Let's have another look at this one. Tielemans tries to gather. No, it came off Saiz's chest, maybe a bit of his chin. No handball there at all. Good call there by the referee and his assistant. Great call from the man with the whistle today. Not to say this first half has absolutely flown by. We're inside the 44th minute already. Ademola Lookman tussling and evades a couple of challenges. Finds Luke Thomas. Soyuncu with another long Hail Mary ball, and he's found Lookman again. Lookman with the cross. Brighton was coming in. It evaded Daka, and it had to be cleared by Saiz. Dewsbury Hall. Semedo brings the ball away for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Pedence. Neves forced all the way back to Sarr. That's an awkward one for the goalkeeper to deal with. But deal with it, he just about did. And Semedo is on the wing. He's looking to go over the halfway line. He knocks the ball long to Pedence. Marty comes across to cover and knocks the ball out for a Wolves throw in. Taken by Jimenez. Jimenez finds Pedence down in the corner. Pedence's cross is cut out by Luke Thomas. There's going to be another corner for Wolves. We've got 23 seconds of the 45 left. We'll have a couple of minutes added on, I should imagine. Wolves, the pack of Wolves back into the area now. Cody trying to get free. Here comes the cross. It just manages to evade everyone, and Saiz was there trying to turn it in, but it just manages to evade him. Jimenez gets robbed of possession by Tielemans. There's 2 minutes going to be added on, and Tielemans is breaking forward. He's got Daka for company, Lookman as well, and he can't find Lookman. Now Wolves get away with that one there. Marty inside his own half. Now Ricardo Pereira into Tielemans. Tielemans with the 1-2 with Albrighton. Goes back to Amati now. It looks like Leicester are building for one more attack before the half ends. And Didi in the middle of the park links up with Amati. Amati in no rush. We've got a minute of the 2 still to play. Soyuncu now. Luke Thomas. Dewsbury Hall and Leicester are still happy to play the ball back in their own half. Now they come over the halfway line, but immediately it goes back to Pereira. And Didi Soyuncu. It looks like it's going to be one of the centre-backs again to find that key ball at the right time. And now Soyuncu goes to Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall to Lookman on the wing. Lookman with Semedo for company. Finds Dewsbury Hall again. Thomas on the overlap. Back inside to Lookman. Then Didi, 30 yards from goal. Bit of space. And now Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall can't work out what to do with it. Now Thomas, he's got a chance to cross it. His cross comes in now and it's flicked on and away by Connor Cody. Dangerous ball in by Thomas. And there's a few seconds left. Just enough time for Leicester to take this corner, I imagine. One last chance in this half. Leicester are going to have to hurry up if they're going to take it. It's the 10th corner in total. Tielemans is going to take it. Soyuncu's trying to get free. Soyuncu climbs, but away by Neves. And that brings the first half, a very, very entertaining first half, to a close here at Molineux. We were wondering if we were going to have any goals at all in this game. Wolves a bit goal shy. Leicester not in great form, but it's been an absolutely fantastic game to watch this first 45. I'm Anthony Tobas. You're listening to the Commentary Hub. That's half time. Join me shortly for second half action between Wolverhampton Wanderers and Leicester City, where it all tied up at 1 goal apiece. Welcome back, everybody, to Molineux for the second half action between Wolverhampton Wanderers and Leicester City. I'm your commentator, Anthony Thomas, and we are on the commentary hub. Welcome to everybody listening. Players will be emerging from the tunnels very shortly. Out come the Wolverhampton Wanderers players, and they will be followed by Leicester City. It is Wolves 1, Leicester 1 at half time. Wolves took the lead. A lovely strike from the edge of the box from Ruben Neves. And then Patson Daka with a poacher's finish to draw Leicester level. Difficult conditions. Wet and windy evening in the Black Country. The ground staff have been out at half time trying to do as much to help the pitch as they possibly can. It still seems in a fairly good condition, a bit better than at Ellen Road earlier today. No changes that I can see for either side. Brendan Rodgers making his way back into his dugout. And we are underway again. No changes for either side, as I was saying. Venkat Glasunchu receives the kickoff and launches the ball long, looking for Ademola Lookman, but it's overhit. And it'll be a throw-in to be taken by Nelson Semedo. He launches this one along down the touchline, headed on by Dendonka, and Neves is in there as well. Moutinho, head tennis between him and Ndidi, and then Neves puts his foot through it, trying an audacious crossfield ball to Rayan Aït-Nouri. But again, just a little bit too much on it. And out it goes for a throw to the Foxes. Leicester trying to look for that first win in 5 games. 5 league games, that is. They're going to have to score a second at Molineux, which has not happened for the last 12 Premier League games. They've only either conceded 1 or kept a clean sheet, Wolves. And actually, that was the first goal Wolves scored against Leicester in their last, it's the 6th Premier League game now, the first time they managed to score. They've gone 5 without scoring. These two teams, of course, met on the opening day of the season. Jamie Vardy goal to nil was enough to give Leicester an ideal start to the season. But fortunes for both sides have turned around somewhat since then. Marco Brighton is on the wing. He links up with Ricardo Pereira. Pereira tries to find Tielemans, but is cut out by Neves. Throw into Leicester, deep inside Wolves territory. Marco Brighton with the assist for the Daka goal. One of Leicester's surviving players from that 2015-16 title-winning team. Along, of course, with Vardy, who is out injured at the moment. And generally, when he's in the side, things don't go so well for Leicester City. So maybe it's no surprise that they've been struggling as of late. But a foul by Roman Saiss gives Leicester a chance to whip a ball into the box. Foul on Ricardo Pereira. Referee marks out 10 yards. We've got Tielemans and Dewsbury Hall over this one. It would be an outswinger from Tielemans or an in-swinger from Kieran Dewsbury Hall. It will be Dewsbury Hall. His ball comes in and is caught by Sarr. He watched that one all the way. A great take by the Portuguese goalkeeper. He goes short to Roman Saiss as Leicester City players fall back into defence. Slip there from Patson Daka. It's a difficult service they're playing on today, but maybe longer studs, like the good old days. That's maybe what we should have brought with him today. Ruben Neves to Saiss. Saiss forward for Dents. Dents trying to take on Tielemans. And what's the referee going to give here? It's just a throw-in, much to the bemusement of the Wolves supporters. Steve Holland in attendance, as well as Stuart Pearce. Who are they watching? Who are they watching today for potential England call-up for next month international break? Dewsbury Hall linking up with Luke Thomas. And now Dewsbury Hall with space on the wing, but he goes infield to Lookman. Ball works his way back to Dewsbury Hall, and Didi now 25 yards out, centre of the box, centre of the field. Out to Pereira. Pereira into Tielemans. Tielemans has his attempted cross blocked by Moutinho. Wolves can only get it so far. It's now back with Moutinho. He finds Aït-Nouri. And Aït-Nouri is tackled fairly, according to the referee. And now Michael Brighton is going down the right wing. He comes infield to Bazan Daka. Daka to Ricardo Pereira. Now into Tielemans. Back to Pereira. He beats Aït-Nouri and goes into the box. Pereira. His shot is blocked by Saiz. Goal-bound effort there from wide on the right by Pereira. It's gone out for a Leicester. Yeah, he took a... Oh, he was claiming it came off the hand. I was wondering what Pereira was upset about. The ball did strike Pereira's Saiz's arm, but I'm pretty sure he could do absolutely nothing with that one. It's very close in. On the ball, his hand definitely was in a natural position. Lookman with the corner then. Goes short to Tielemans. Aït-Nouri closing him down. Now Pereira with the swings in the ball. Cleared by Wolves. Soyuncu is there at the edge of the box. He swipes a leg at it, but can't make a good connection. Dewsbury Hall tangles with Moutinho. With Dendoncker, I should say. And it's a corner. Dendoncker is fuming with the referee now. The referee has given Leicester another corner. Let's have a look at this one. I think it was a correct decision. It seemed to come off last off Dendoncker as he went to ground. Corner for Leicester. Tielemans over it. Oh, another poor effort. And Semedo just chests it out of play. Can't be the first man, Tielemans. He's got to do better with these corners. This time he goes short. Receives the ball back and puts the cross in. Oh, Didi with the header on target. This caught easily by Sarr. But Didi got free there, and Wolves have to mark better than that in future. But now Pedence collected Sarr's quick goal kick, but he's got no support. And Pereira stays with him well and eventually knocks the ball out for a throw. But the Wolves are taking it quickly. Moutinho now. He wants support from Aït-Nouri. Aït-Nouri on the overlap, but Leicester saw it coming. Pereira cuts it out. And Marty trying to tidy up for the Foxes. Eventually the ball goes out of play. Leicester throwing inside their own half, just in front of their manager, Brendan Rodgers. Good link-up play between the goalkeeper. He saw the run of Pedence, tried to launch a quick counter-attack, but in the end, there was no one up in support. Immediately, they caught the Ndidi header on target that he was away, Jose Sarr. To the edge of his box, it was a beautiful, about 70, 75-yard pass to the on-running Pedence. Just not enough support there. Semedo tries to come forward, but Leicester deal with the threat. And it's back with Peter Schmeichel. Goodness me, with Kasper Schmeichel. Only father and son with Premier League winners' medals. Doesn't mean I should get them confused, of course. Peter has been retired for quite a while now. Anyway, here's Michael Brighton. He comes infield to Pereira, thinks back up, tries to find Pereira again, or Brighton. And Moutinho's clearance clearly there came off. I guess clear as day to myself, and clear as day to many of the Wolves fans watching, that the ball came off the Leicester man last. But in that case, with the side-on view, the linesman didn't have a great view of it, and he's given a throw Leicester's way. Much to the annoyance of Roman Saiz. Definitely came last of Ricardo Pereira, and Pereira knew it. But the only person who didn't know it was the linesman. So, Look, the referee has managed to overturn the decision, and it is a throw to Wolves, which finds its way to Soyuncu. And Soyuncu plays it to Luke Thomas. Thomas goes back to Schmeichel. 54 minutes gone in the game. Still Wolverhampton Wanderers at 1, Leicester City 1. And you haven't been many clear-cut chances in the second half, but Leicester have definitely had more of the ball. And now they come forward again. It's Daka on the edge of the box. Daka infield to Dewsbury Hall. Daka now back to Pereira. Pereira looking for a crossing opportunity. Not that there's anyone really there to gather it. Now Brighton. Daka back to Brighton. Tried to link up in a way that he did similarly for Daka's goal. Marco Brighton. He tried to. He made the run for that through ball, but this time Daka couldn't quite find him as Tielemans did in the first half. Saiz forward to Jimenez. He's been quiet so far in the second half, and his header goes to Daka. Ndidi, rather. Now Pereira's tangling with João Moutinho, and the referee has awarded a free kick 25 yards out on the right wing, and Bruno Lage wants to change things up here. They've got Hwang Hee-chan getting ready to come on. Okay, he won't be quite ready yet, so I don't think he'll come on before this free kick is taken. Taking some instructions from the Wolves staff. Tielemans and Dewsbury Hall again over this one. 25 yards out on the Leicester City right wing. It's Tielemans, and again he goes a bit short, and the ball is cleared. Thomas now back in. And he's probably the worst pass of the second half. That attempted one by Luke Thomas to absolutely nobody in particular, and he goes out to play for a Wolves goal kick. Sarr goes short. Cody to Kilman. Semedo forward. Tielemans cuts it out. Leicester coming again. Now, Wolves just cannot get anything going at the moment. They're really struggling with their clearances. They're struggling with any sort of possession. Moutinho puts it out for a throw-in, which Leicester have already taken. Tielemans, centre of the park. Pereira. It's half cut out, and Daka's on the end of it. Daka with the shot. Good effort. But Sarr was down and equal to it. Pereira tried to find Daka, but his ball was deflected. But Daka just managed to change his run at the perfect time and got on the end of it and took a shot from about 8 yards out, quite wide. And it was comfortably gathered by Sarr down to the goalkeeper's right. Wolves now finally make their way over the Leicester half. Over into the Leicester half. Here's Aït Nouri up against Pereira. It goes back to Moutinho. Neves forward. Semedo, but it's offside. Offside awarded against Nelson Semedo. Danger averted for Leicester City. They look now to be making that change. And João Moutinho, who returned to the side after injury, plays just under an hour and is replaced by Hwang Hee-chan. So an attacking move here by Bruno Lage. I think it was needed, judging by that opening 12 minutes of the second half. So the South Korean with 4 Premier League goals to his name so far, but he hasn't scored any since October. He had a bit of a purple patch in September, October. The man on loan from RB Leipzig. He'll be wanting to find a bit of form again now, but here's Ndidi. Now Ademola Lookman takes the shot, and it's gathered by Sarr. Lookman made his way into the box, found a bit of space, and he tried a curling effort, but he just curled it into the gathering arms of Jose Sarr. Could have put that one either side of the goalkeeper, he would have been in real trouble. Massar right behind the effort from Lookman. So we have a throw into Wolverhampton Wanderers in front of the Leicester dugout on this near side. Nuri goes to Raul Jimenez. Jimenez tangling with Pereira. Throw it awarded out of. Jimenez is absolutely fuming at that decision. Amati and Ricardo Pereira were tangling with Jimenez. And it did look to me like it came last off one of the Leicester players, but the referee doesn't see it that way, and it's a throw in to Leicester well inside their own half of the field. Ricardo Pereira finds Yuri Tielemans. He flicks it on and finds his way to Connor Cody on the halfway line. Now Wolves go forward again. Again, looking for Jimenez. He does well to win it. And now Hwang. Oh, he's taken out. Taken out quite cynically there by Wilfred Ndidi. The first touches for number 26, Hwang Hee-chan, and he's linked up well with Jimenez. And he's taken out by Wilfred Ndidi. Just mistimed a little bit there by the Nigerian international. Played 4 games at AFCON for Nigeria. And what would have turned out to be quite a disappointing campaign for them. Ruben Neves is sizing this one up. 25 yards out. It's in perfect Neves range. He's the only one over this. We've got a 4-man Leicester wall ahead of him. Neves strikes it over the bar. It was starting to dip down, but not nearly enough. And it goes high over Schmeichel's goal. Not one that Neves will want to see again, judging by his very high standards. We've gone over the hour mark. Had a wet and windy Molineux. Still Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Leicester City 1, here on the commentary hub. Final match of this Premier League weekend. And what an exciting weekend it's been. Great game between Leeds and Man United earlier today. Another fantastic one involving the other Manchester club. A win for Tottenham Hotspur at the Etihad. Let's have a bit more drama, shall we? Daniel Amati and his centre-back partner Soyuncu link up well. Here's Thomas now. And Ndidi in space. Forward to Daka. Daka, nicely done, out wide to Lookman. Lookman has space across. He finds Tielemans edge of the box. Yuri Tielemans with the shot. Oh, and he's just over the bar. He just curled it, trying to find the top corner. He had time to bring it down. He had plenty of space at the edge of the box. He worked for himself. He just put a bit too much onto that. It was an excellent move by Leicester. Daka out to Lookman after receiving the ball from Ndidi. And Tielemans took it down 16 yards out, went for the top corner, and just about a foot over the top. Brendan Rodgers had 2 arms up the air. He thought it was in. He thought there was only one place that Tielemans' shot could have gone. But just a little bit too much on it. And it goes a foot or two over the corner of the angle of post and bar. But here come Leicester. Thomas. Lookman back to Tielemans. Soyuncu. Amati is the only Leicester player inside his own half other than Schmeichel. But now they're being forced back by Wolves. That's better by the home side. Soyuncu. Dewsbury Hall. Lookman looking to get into the box. And the cross comes in from Tielemans. And Max Kilman has to put it behind for another corner. Another corner for Leicester City. The travelling contingent from the East Midlands making their voices heard. Cries of "Come on, Leicester." Michael Brighton and Yuri Tielemans are ready to take this corner. Tielemans makes his way infield, so Albrighton will take this one. So Inchu trying to get free. Here comes the corner, and it's headed. Oh, indeed, he tried to get a clean header on that one. He didn't manage to get the connection, and in the end, just turned away for a Leicester throw-in on the opposite side to where the corner was taken. It's on this near side. So Inchu thought about taking it, but he decides to leave it for Ricardo Pereira instead. Pedro Neto is warming up. He's not had any action so far in this game, in the season, sorry, I should say. No action at all. So, reminder of the benches. We've got Fernando Marcel, Francisco Trincao, Fabio Silva, Johnny Castro, Otto, Chiquinho, John Ruddy, Gomez, and Neto still on the bench. Oh, Leicester tried to put the ball in there, but it's gathered by Sarr from a knockdown from Semedo. Iheanacho, Perez, Chowdhury, Mendes. So the Leicester players waiting to come up, but now, oh, and somehow Marco Brighton found himself free inside the penalty area, out of absolutely nothing. And the camera had cut away. I couldn't see what had gone on there. But Wolves survived that one. Just before Brighton could get the shot away, the defence closed him down. I have to have a look at the replay to see exactly what happened there, how Brighton managed to suddenly be so free inside the penalty area. Now here comes Nouri. Nouri into the box, away from Pereira. Now what can he do? He sends it back to Dendoncker. Dendoncker finds Podence. Daniel Podence with an effort. It's a 2-1 to Wolverhampton Wanderers. An excellent effort. Daniel Podence, edge of the area with a low drive with the right foot into the bottom corner, past the sprawling Kasper Schmeichel, and after soaking up so much Leicester City pressure, Wolves have put themselves back in front. An excellent goal by Daniel Podence. He's got off the mark in the Premier League for the season. Nouri found his way into the box. He had to check back. Dendoncker on the stretch had to find Podence. And Schmeichel is claiming offside against Raul Jimenez, who he said was blocking his view. And he could possibly have a case here. Let's see what the VAR, the referee, make of this one. Fantastic low-driven shot across goal by Daniel Podence. But was Raul Jimenez blocking the goalkeeper's view of this one? No, says the referee. That's it. It's been confirmed. It's 2-1 to Wolves. Daniel Podence puts the home side back in front. Blesses himself. Says thank you for his first Premier League goal this season. Schmeichel was trying to look for it. Immediately he claimed that he didn't get a good view. But I don't think there was anything really wrong with that one. And Wolves are back in front. We're 3/4 of the way through the game. We've got 22.5 minutes left of the 90. And having done so well to create opportunities and to put the home side under pressure, Leicester find themselves behind again. How will they respond? And they've won a free kick. Neves is adjudged to have fouled. And wide on the Leicester left wing. They'll have a free kick about 25-30 yards from goal. What can Brendan Rodgers do to rally his troops and make a difference in this game? James Maddison, who was suffering apparently with illness and a few aches and pains, is warming up. Tielemans over this one. And overhit and safely gathered by Sarr, who decides to take his time with this one. Bowls the ball out to Max Kilman. Kilman inside to Neves. Neves to Semedo. Man currently has the winning goal. Daniel Podence comes back in field, and the ball finds its way back to Connor Cody. Kelechi Iheanacho and James Maddison receiving instructions from Brendan Rodgers. They're not ready to come on yet, but it looks like those two will be the changes that Rodgers goes for. Amate, the centre circle, to Pereira. Tielemans trying to evade Dendonka's challenge, but Dendonka pulls him down, illegally, says the referee, and it's a yellow card for the Belgian. 3 players from each side now into the referee's book. A bit of a cynical pull back from Dendonka. He had no protestations. And Leicester have another chance to whip the ball into the box. In it comes now, and once again, straight into the welcoming gloves of Jose Sarr. Marco Brighton's free kick there that time. Oh, Wolves played themselves into a little bit of trouble there. They went short from Sarr, and eventually Dendonka had no choice but to put the ball out for a Leicester throw. And it's Pereira into Ndidi. Now Brighton right by the corner flag. Back to Pereira. Chang. Hwang Hee-chan knocks the ball out of play. And another throw for Leicester. Camp deep inside the Wolves half. Tielemans to Pereira. Daka into the box. Daka. Oh, and Daka's still going. And eventually, Saiz gets the ball away. Dewsbury Hall now coming forward. Finds Lookman. Lookman battling with Semedo. Thomas and Dewsbury Hall combine. And Semedo comes through the back of Dewsbury Hall. There's a free kick for Leicester. They try to take it quickly, but Craig Forson decides to bring it back. Referee brings the ball under control himself and marks the position with his magic spray. Just showing the Wolves players his whistle to remind them who's in charge. Semedo and Podence in a 2-man wall for Wolves. Well, Brighton and Dewsbury Hall over this one. In comes the free kick. But it's straight to Roman Saiz, who gets ahead on it. Tielemans regathers. And it's put out of play by Dendonka. Throw in to be taken by Tielemans. No, he decides to leave it for Pereira. Pereira looking for options. Eventually plays into Tielemans. Hwang putting himself about. He puts Soyuncu under pressure as he goes long. Semedo gathers the ball on the opposite wing. Kilman, Neves. Neves' pass. Oh, too high, overcooked. Semedo can't gather it. And the referee decides this is the moment where he's going to hold up the game, because James Maddison and Kelechi Iheanacho in a double substitution are coming on for Leicester. And it's their goal scorer, Patson Daka, who is trudging off. He's going to be replaced by Kelechi Iheanacho. So the Zambian off, the Nigerian on. And Wilfred Ndidi makes his way to the sideline. And James Maddison on in his stead. So one like for like and one more attacking player as the ball comes in, and the free kick is overhit. So a little bit more of an attacking look to Leicester's lineup now. They really have to go for broke now, Leicester. They've really got to get some points today, you feel, for the good of their season, possibly for the good of Brendan Rodgers' job. Ironic cheers split out from the Wolves fans as the referee awards them a free kick. They feel they haven't had the rub of the green from the referee's decisions, but which fans never do think that they've had them. And Wolves try to play themselves out, but they get themselves into trouble. And if Dewsbury Hall had gathered that properly, it could have spelled real danger. Soyuncu wide on the halfway line. Thomas to Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall loses it in a battle with Dendoncker. Just over 15 minutes of the 90 to play. Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Leicester City 1 here on the commentary hub. Marty forward. Dewsbury Hall in space. Wide to Lookman, into Thomas. Tries to go back to Lookman. Oh, and Lookman manages to steal the ball off Kilburn. Into the box. Cleared by Dendoncker. Only as far as Dewsbury Hall. He tries to find Thomas, who just about managed to keep it in, but only to give it to Daniel Podence. Tielemans. Now Maddison. Maddison with his first opportunity to contribute to the game. And he's fouled by Neves. Yellow card. Yellow cards for Ruben Neves. Free kick for Leicester. Dangerous position. 25 yards from goal. In a fairly central area. Opportunity for a strike at goal. Maddison and Tielemans will be deciding between themselves who's going to take this one. Jose Sarr trying to align his ball, which is nowhere near 10 yards at the moment. So the referee is bringing them back. And is it going to be James Maddison? Tielemans has made his way from the ball. Dewsbury Hall looks a bit interested, but it looks like this one is James Maddison's to strike. Just been brought on a couple of minutes ago and won the free kick. Is this the ideal response for Leicester City? Leicester have made a wall in front of the Wolves one just to make things a bit more difficult for Sarr. Maddison lining this one up, takes a deep breath. Dewsbury Hall still over it as well. Here comes Maddison, takes the strike. Oh yes, just over the bar. And it takes a deflection. I'm not sure if Jose Sarr got a couple of fingers on that one or if it took a deflection off the wall. It was off the wall. There was a Roman Saiss who managed to get a header on that one. And the ball went just over the bar, about a foot over the top of the crossbar. Out for a Wolves, out for a Leicester corner, which comes in now. Cleared away again by Saiss. Thomas loses out to Podence. And now Hwang on the wing. He comes infield. It's just behind Jimenez, which slows the Wolves attack down. Jimenez finds Hwang again nicely. Hwang Hee-chan, infield. Neves. The ball eventually finds its way to Roman Saiss, who goes to Hwang on the wing. Hwang takes on Tielemans. Checks back to Dendoncker. Saiss to Cody. Wolves deciding to slow things down. A nice ball into Podence. Cut out by James Maddison. Lookman. Back to Thomas. Leicester with the slow build-up again. Around the houses to James Maddison. He goes back to Amati. Leicester quite content to hold possession. Oh, and Tielemans' ball to Dewsbury Hall goes all wrong. And here come Wolves, it's Chang. Jimenez Ainuri, Chang. Ball cut out well by Amati and is gathered by the goalkeeper, Kasper Schmeichel. Hwang Hee-chan, he's not had many chances to do something with the ball at his feet, but when he has looked quite dangerous. Here comes Madison, looking for the run of Iheanacho. Can't find him, goes to Dewsbury Hall instead. Dewsbury Hall, edge of the box. Lookman inside the area. Lookman digs out across, straight to Jose Sarr. And you wonder how many more of those opportunities Leicester are going to get to put the ball into the box. And if they keep just giving them to Jose Sarr, they're not going to find that equaliser. Pedro Neto is ready to come on. And after injuring his knee in August, it's a welcome return to Premier League action for the Portuguese 21-year-old Pedro Neto. Fantastic for Wolves last season. 5 Premier League goals in the previous campaign. And finally, he's getting some minutes. Great to see him back, and he's replacing Daniel Podence. Pedro Neto into the fray. Very warm reception from the Wolverhampton Wanderers supporters. But for now, he and his side have some defending to do, because Dewsbury Hall is coming forward. Dewsbury Hall finds Madison on the edge of the box. Madison with space to shoot. And he completely gets that one wrong. He drags his shot wide, James Madison. He had time to pick his spot. He drags the ball harmlessly wide. And kind of went at it with the wrong foot there. If he'd gone with his left, he could have tried to curl it around Roman Saiz. But with going at it with his right, the ball was only going to curl away from goal. Jimenez received it from Chang, 30 yards out. Jimenez has space to run to Soyuncu, but then he eventually runs straight into Luke Thomas. But Wolves, they do just about manage to win it back. Throw in. Free kick conceded. Foul on Neto by Luke Thomas. Didn't look like the referee was going to give it at first, but I think he was just waiting to see if Neto could hang on to possession, which he couldn't. So immediately into the action. Pedro Neto and Ruben Neves over the ball. Leicester holding the offside line just outside their own area. It will be Neves with this free kick. And it comes. Jimenez is there. Cut away. Cleared away by Soyuncu as far as Dendonka, but then Leicester managed to block his attempt. And Semedo on the halfway line could see nothing but Leicester players bearing down on him, and decides to whack the ball clear out for a Leicester throw on the halfway line. Just having a look at the replay of the Podence goal. I think if Schmeichel is complaining about not having a clear view of that one, he could make the same complaint about almost any goal he'll ever concede. Pedro Neto wins the ball back and immediately runs down the wing, much to the delight of the home crowd. Links up with Semedo now, into Neves. Crossfield, Saiz. Ain't-Nouri on the left wing. He runs at Pereira. And Pereira manages to regather himself and tackles the young Frenchman. Iheanacho. And Iheanacho with his first meaningful possession stumbles and loses possession for his side. Ball not long by Jose Sarr. Leicester come again with Tielemans. Madison away from Neves. Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall looking for options. He goes to Thomas. Thomas to Lookman. Back to Thomas. He's got space to cross. In he comes now. Eyes forward to Madison, to Michael Brighton. Michael Brighton to Madison. Another effort goes wide by the one-cap wonder Englishman. Another opportunity from the edge of the box. Wolves failed to clear their lines. While Brighton fed the ball back to Madison. He went for a curler to the top corner. It was a slightly more difficult effort. The ball was curling in. Difficult half-volleyed chance for James Madison, but it just goes a couple of yards wide. And Wolves hanging on to this precious advantage. They're still content to play the ball short from the goal kicks, inviting pressure from the Leicester attackers. Semedo getting ready to take throw in on the far side. And he throws the ball short to Neves, who tries to go long but puts the ball straight out for a throw in. A wasted opportunity there. Throw in to Leicester on the halfway line. We've got 5 minutes of the 90 remaining at Molineux. Soyuncu and Amati combining. Amati looking to come forward, but he goes to Pereira. Madison comes deep into his half to receive the ball. He wants to be at the centre now, Madison. He's looking fresh. He doesn't look like a player who wasn't fit enough to start. Pereira. Madison again. Almost like a quarterback role. Coming deep to receive it, looking to go forward. Soyuncu now. Soyuncu, Thomas with some space to run into. Luke Thomas. Adamola Lookman. With 3 defenders around him, he gets away with them. Lookman now with a chance to cross. In it comes, Lookman. Oh, it is cleared away. The ball's up in the air. Where's it going to land? It lands in Wolves' favour. And Chang has the chance to clear, but he's just run himself into trouble. Pereira gathers by the corner flag. Tielemans. Now Brighton. Brighton Dubbex, Huang, but eventually Wolves smash the ball clear. Aiden Nuri gets a foot through the ball. Third and final change for Wolverhampton Wanderers incoming. There'll be an extra defensive option. Fernando Marçal is getting ready. Nuri is down. I don't know if he's just trying to buy a few seconds or if he is injured, but he looks like he's the one heading off. He's got a little bit of a limp. Having a word now with the physios. And it is Aiden Nuri. Aiden Nuri comes off. He was on a booking as well. And number 5, Marçal, is into the action. That was the final throw of the dice for Bruno Lage. A much more defensive substitution. Pereira. Pereira immediately tangled with Marçal. And 5 seconds after coming on, he gives away a free kick. In the Brazilian's 13th appearance of the season. Hand into Pereira's face. Pereira went down fairly easily, but you can't put your arm into someone's face no matter how tamely. 2 minutes of the 90 remaining. James Madison with the free kick right on the byline. Leicester have needed a bit more impetus with their dead balls and set pieces. Can Madison provide it? Plenty of players in the box for Leicester. Here comes Madison's ball. Guys, straight to the first man. The Tielemans out of the edge box. Tielemans strikes deflected. Could have gone anywhere. And it goes out to Madison again. Madison on the wing. Trying to find space across the ball. Well, Brighton does, but it's blocked. Marçal got the block in there. Now Neto fighting with the ball, and Pereira wins it back. That's an excellent challenge by Huang. And Wolves are on the attack now. Jimenez. Ball stolen off him by Dewsbury Hall, but then Jimenez wins it back. And Tielemans now with the foul on Jimenez. We're into the 90th minute. Jimenez is down. If he just wants to cool things down. It's going to be a free kick to Wolves, just inside the Leicester half. Jimenez is still down. It's famous old stadium, making plenty of noise again. Going to have England international games in the Nations League here in June. The first time in 65 years a Molineux is being used for a full England international. Behind closed doors against Italy, and then match against Hungary in England's Nations League group. Free kick, crossfield ball attempted, but it's overhit and it goes out for a Leicester throw-in. We have hit 90. We have hit the 90-minute mark. Soyuncu forward. Looking for Lookman. 4 minutes have been added on. Lookman gathers the ball in the corner, and Semedo has to put the ball out for a corner. Leicester are not going to have many more opportunities like this today. We've had 30 seconds of the 4 minutes added on. James Maddison. He's going to take the corner. In it comes. Half cleared. Now cleared by Huang. Wolves survive. And now they look to counter. Neto. Ball forward. He's looking for Jimenez, who is up marks. Oh, he just can't get the ball right. And Pereira manages to get ahead on it. And Schmeichel clears long. Iheanacho's in there. Maddison's in there. Neves and Albrighton steals it off him. Then Tielemans can't get the ball clearly, and here goes Huang. Oh, that's a really bad challenge by Pereira. That's surely got to be a card. Yep. Ricardo Pereira into the referee's book. Beautiful, beautiful take of the ball by Huang. He tried to sprint down the wing. Ricardo Pereira trying to cover, got absolutely nowhere near it. And he has his name taken. Like almost halfway through the initial 4 added on. Bruno Lage is on the touchline now. He's trying to rally his troops once more. Wolves tried to play a clever free kick, but they get it wrong. And the ball's back with Schmeichel. Schmeichel to Thomas. Thomas looking for options. He finds Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall in space. Tielemans now going to bring the ball over halfway line. Yuri Tielemans. He looks for Lookman. And it's overhit. Just a little bit too much pace on that one. Lookman applauds the effort. Daniel Podence. His goal looks set to be the winner unless Leicester can do anything in the next minute and a half. Yuri Tielemans is trying to do something about that, but now Neves has intercepted his attempted pass. Looking for Jimenez. No, Soyuncu gathers. Soyuncu. Maddison. Maddison over halfway. Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall checks his run. He finds Lookman. Lookman. Maddison. Maddison on the wing. Infield. Into the box. Lookman. Edge of the box. Tries to spot it through to Luke Thomas. But Wolves managed to clear it away. Back to the wall. Kasper Schmeichel on the halfway line. Crossfield to Luke Thomas. Excellent ball by the goalkeeper. No foul on Luke Thomas, but he gets away from Jimenez in the second time of asking. Thomas with the ball in. Half cleared. Tielemans with the strike. Look, save. That was the opportunity. 35 yards from goal. Yuri Tielemans gathered the clearance. acres of space, brought the ball down on the half volley, unleashed a fantastic shot on goal. But Jose Sa was equal to it. Now we've got a corner, and Kasper Schmeichel is up for it. The 4 minutes are up. It's now or never for Leicester City if they're going to equalise. Here comes the ball towards Schmeichel, overhit a little bit. Now up in the air, Schmeichel tries to go again. It's out to Maddison. Maddison tries to work space for the cross, but it's been charged down. And away come Wolverhampton Wanderers with Schmeichel trying to track back. He's absolutely nowhere near. What can they do? Here come Wolves with the shot. It's gone wide. Pedro Neto could have had the dream, absolute dream return there. He took the ball from his own half, and despite many players around him, he decided to take the shot on himself for about 30 yards and put it wide. But that's it. That was the final action of a pulsating, entertaining clash in the Premier League this afternoon. Thoroughly entertaining match, which has ended Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Leicester City 1. Early goal by Ruben Neves. Early goal by Neves, cancelled out by Patson Daka a few minutes before half time. And then midway through the second half, a really clean, crisp strike by Daniel Podence found the bottom corner to win the game for Wolves, to heap more pressure onto Leicester manager Brendan Rodgers. Wolves continue their charge up the table. And that'll do us for today. So thank you very much for joining me, Anthony Thomas, on the Commentary Hub. It's finished here at Molineux. Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Leicester City 1. And bye.